Hey you guys, what's up? It's RocketDust54 here, and welcome to my HorrorPack unboxing for the month of September 2023. Really excited to get into this pack. I'm dressed for the occasion. I got this really awesome Scream Letterman jacket from Spirit Halloween. This is Ghostface there, 96, the year the movie came out, and hopefully you can see on the back there. Got Ghostface. I really love this thing, but let's get into the HorrorPack for this month. It is the Hooptober season, so I'm definitely looking for some exciting films to watch that'll hopefully fulfill some of the requirements that I have left to do. And I think this one felt a little different than normal when I was taking it out of the mailbox. I felt like there might have been a steelbook in here or something. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, the first one in here... Okay, sorry, I needed to think if I actually had this or not, and I'm almost 100% sure I do. But the first one in here is a really, really good movie. It's honestly kind of a classic in terms of horror comedy, and that would be Zombieland. I don't even remember when the last time was that I watched this. It had to have been like a while ago, you know? I'm actually going to be honest, I like the second one more. I really, really, really enjoyed Zombieland Double Tap. I saw it in theaters, and I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was better than the first in every way. I haven't seen the first one in a really long time, though, but I did quite enjoy it. I'm almost 100% sure I do have this already, so I'll probably just end up selling it. But yeah, if you guys have not seen Zombieland, you're definitely missing out. It's from the same director as, wait. I almost said from the same director as Deadpool, but that's not true. It's from the same writers as Deadpool. The guy who directed this, Ruben Fleischer, would later go on to direct, Venom, and he did something else that I really cannot remember right now. But yeah, it's a modern comedy classic, definitely a really good one. It's funny because the quote on the back says the funniest comedy since The Hangover. Yeah, The Hangover came out the same year as that. That's not exactly a huge accolade. Then the next one in here. Okay, I know I haven't heard of this one, but it looks really cool. It says it has Josh Hutcherson and Dane Cook in here. It says it's by Sony. But it's this one called Detention. Wait, directed by Joseph Kahn. I need to look this up, because I'm almost certain I know that name from somewhere. I'm just gonna quickly look him up on Letterboxd, because I'm not sure if it's the same one I'm thinking, but... Okay, no, it's not. For some reason, I was thinking that was the same guy who directed, Top Gun Maverick, but I don't even know, like, what was the name of that guy? Joseph Kosinski was the name of the guy who directed Top Gun Maverick, but this was directed by Joseph Kahn, who... The reason why I know his name is because he did direct a movie called Bodied, which I haven't seen, but I've really wanted to see it. I know it has Caleb Worthy in it, and Eminem produced it. But yeah, so I've never heard of this movie, but this sounds like it'll be a good time. It says, Josh Hutcherson, Dane Cook, and Spencer Locke star in Detention, a hipster teen horror comedy where the local students of Grizzly Lake must survive their final year of high school. Standing in their way is Cinderella, a slasher movie killer who has seemingly come to life and is preying on the school's student body. As the clock ticks and the bodies pile up, the likely suspects are embroiled in a race against time to stop Cinderella and ultimately save the world, if only they can get out of detention. Yeah, never heard of this, but like the poster and text kind of looks a bit familiar, but this sounds like it'd be a really fun time. I'm a little bit surprised that I hadn't really heard of this, like... yeah, I'm excited to check this one out for sure. And then the next one in here is the HorrorPack exclusive, and it is this one called The Witching Season. That poster looks really familiar, but I don't think I've seen it. I mean, I know I haven't seen it, but, okay, it looks like this is an anthology horror movie. I seem to have been watching a lot of those recently, because I just watched the Tales from the Crypt, the one, like the old one, like the one from 1972. I watched that the other day for Hooptober, because I had to watch an Amicus film and a Peter Cushing film, or two Peter Cushing films, and that was one of them. And then I also watched, what was it? It was one I saw recently. Oh, Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. I also saw, and I think there was one other one I watched recently that I can't remember. But yeah, what year was this? It does 2018, it looks like. It says, Witching Season Films presents The Witching Season, a spine-tingling anthology of horror and suspense compiled together in this high-definition Blu-ray collection. Created by a group of like-minded friends who share a love for all things Halloween, this 5-episode series delivers original tales of terror that capture the spirit of the Halloween season. So it says, Killer on the Loose. An escaped killer lurks in the shadows of an isolated home on Halloween night. Princess, in search of a new beginning, Kendra and her daughter Jamie move into a quiet home in the suburbs, but something evil lurks in the basement and isn't looking for roommates. Not alone. Upon waking from a horrific nightmare, Kyle struggles to bridge the gap between his dreams and reality. They live inside us. A writer spends the night in a notoriously haunted house in hope of finding inspiration for his latest project. He soon realizes he's living in his own horror story. And is that you? Confined to her bedroom on Halloween night, Whitney notices an eerie figure lurking outside her home. Hopefully this will be pretty good. I always like anthology horror movies. Hopefully segments in that are good. The last one in here... this is one I actually have seen, and, I did enjoy this. I didn't think it was absolutely amazing, but it got such absolutely horrible reviews, and I remember seeing this in theaters. It could have been better, but, I didn't hate it. It was an alright movie. I actually am kind of curious to watch this again to, hopefully I'll enjoy it more. But that would be Fantasy Island, which is, from the same director as Truth or Dare, and his name is Jeff Wadlow. It seems to me, I've never given a Jeff Wadlow film anything other than a 3 out of 5. I'm not kidding. Actually, I'm gonna look this up again, because I think I've seen almost all of his movies, so I just want to see if that is accurate. Okay, because he directed Kick-Ass 2, Truth or Dare, Fantasy Island, Never Back Down, The Curse of Bridge Hollow, Cry Wolf, and True Memoirs of an International Assassin. Now, I've never seen Cry Wolf, and I've never seen, Never Back Down, but I have seen all the others, and every single one of those I've given a 3 out of 5 to. I am not kidding. I don't think there's gonna come a day where I give a movie of his anything other than a 3 out of 5, but... yeah, so I actually, as I said, I did not think this was that bad, honestly. It could have been better for sure, especially given the idea that it had, but this got, universally panned. It really was not that bad. I do think that the PG-13 rating kind of hurt it a bit. I mean, I don't think he's directed an R-rated horror movie. I mean, because I think True Memoirs of an International Assassin was PG-13, and then... yeah, then Truth or Dare was PG-13, Curse of Bridge Hollow was PG-13, and so was this, and yeah, no, I feel like I would like to see him, do something with, a proper R rating. I'm sorry if I'm blanking, and he has. I mean, I know Kick-Ass 2 was R, but that was action and not horror. Which, by the way, I should also mention, there's one scene in Kick-Ass 2 that is scarier than any horror film he's made, and I legitimately mean that. I'm not going to say it because it's a huge spoiler if you haven't seen it, but... yeah, I actually think I might rewatch this. Usually when I get ones I've already seen, I typically don't rewatch them because I'm not really in a hurry, but I might rewatch this soon because, as I said, I have seen this, but I haven't seen it since theaters, and I'm wondering if I'll actually like it more in a second viewing. So, this seems to be a decent batch of titles, even though I'm almost for sure that I already have Zombieland. I hope I don't, because that would be great. But yeah, I'm really excited to check out Detention, especially. I've really been especially waiting for this horror pack because, it's the Hooptober season. I always like racking up the, the requirements. The horror pack sometimes does that just on its own, which is great. But, anyway, guys, hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more content. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. And remember, you guys, whenever having fantasies, say no to drugs.